we're going to be discussing barras or bars in English, right?
Yes.
It is a therapy or therapeutic. It's similar to acupuncture, but it's no needles.
Right.
So basically, it's releasing all negative that is in our body from our past life to our maybe even ancestors to even what we go through today in everyday life, correct?
Yes, that is
Okay.
correct.
Okay, so if you want to give them a little introduction of who you are, your name, what you do, why you chose this, and then we'll go into what we're going to do next.
Hi guys, good morning. My name is Maria de la Rosa. On Facebook, I'm Isama Rose. If you look for me on Facebook, I like that name. I made it up for Facebook. But we're here doing barras on Miss Jessica. She's so kind to share this experience with you guys. It is an amazing experience. So we're gonna go ahead and start with energy process, and I'll ask Miss Jessica if it's okay if I can work with her energy.
Absolutely.
Yes, excellent. Thank you. So then we're gonna go ahead and start our bar session, barras.
As a young girl, I believe when I was younger, I say as a child,
Yes.
that I had ADHD or whatever you call it, hyperactive,
yes.
because I've always been very like an accelerated rate.
Yes.
You know, I've always been that way. And you know, back then there was no doctors or medications, which I'll be honest, I'm kind of glad that I didn't get on any of that stuff, because I feel like it's so easy to just jump to medications, and a
definitely.
lot of children are doing that today.
Yes.
Now, had I known about this therapy, you know, this is something that you can do in your everyday life,
Yes.
and for all different diagnoses. Does not have to be, you know, autism, in my situation, cancer, or, you know, HDD, whatever, hyperactive tension, whatever it is that you're going through.
Yeah.
This is something that's like calming, it's releasing tension from the body, giving you the relaxation, letting go of negativity. You know, we come into this world with even, you know, chains, bonds, whatever it is from our ancestors. We don't realize that all that we carry with us on top of what we go through on a day-to-day. So
Definitely.
these are therapies that anyone could utilize.
Yes.
How long are your sessions? What do you charge? And what would you tell anybody who's going through this? You know, and I don't say just cancer, but when would they want to do this type of treatment? Because people may say, well, I don't have cancer, I don't have autism, this isn't for me.
Yes, it's actually very relaxing, like a massage. Like the least you can possibly feel, your life will change. You'll feel happier because you are being relaxed and you're being released of a lot of, like you say, negativity from your body that you don't need. This could be even good for somebody that's going to school, you know, and they're stressing about their
Yes.
testings and all that. This will let you focus more on your studies. If you're stressed from work, this can be an amazing tool to use as well, because you'll be more relaxed, you'll be happier. And who isn't happy to go? And if you're happy, you're at work, it's just an amazing day.
So
That's the way I see it.
what are you doing right now? This is the first thing in barras, right?
Yes, this is called the implant band. The implant band is a way also to release a lot of the stuff that we have been implanted in our life. Right? Anything that they told us, any fear that they put on us, anyone, and it could be they didn't do it on purpose. Maybe they didn't want to traumatize us in any way. It wasn't a bad intention, but you know, still we have fears implanted on us that they don't need to be there. They're out of our control maybe. So this will help you release those implant band. It's their first time. I usually like to do an hour, 45 to an hour. So it just depends on the person and how they feel. And then now in the session, during the session, you're welcome to, either talk about your day, what you're going through, if you may. The matter is releasing. Some people go to sleep, take a nap. It's up to the client. It's up to the person. It's your session, so it goes however you want it to go, as far as the what you want to talk about, what you want to share.
Yeah, I see. So really, if I guess to give the people a better picture, our body is like a computer.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
In a computer, you get viruses, you get cookies, you get all kinds of stuff that will interfere with your internet or the flow of the clarity of a good computer.
Yes.
Okay. Our body is the same way.
Yes.
So what you're doing, you go in, you choose or have focal points where it's finding those cookies, finding the viruses, and releasing them out
Yes.
of the body.
Yes. That's exactly
Beautiful.
what it's doing. And it's beautiful because I'm just helping you do it. Your body's actually doing itself. I'm just lighting up that switch in your brain, in your head, that's going to help you release all of those things. And so all I'm doing is just helping you, but you're doing it yourself.
Yes. And
It's
let me
awesome.
explain.
Yeah.
I tell people all the time. In fact, part of my course, this is why I'm here, because I'll be teaching people different alternatives that are out there that people are not discussing.
Yes.
Okay? This is one form of therapy that, really, it's almost unheard of. I had somebody tell me about bars, but I really hadn't found anybody who did it.
Yes.
And so, for me, this is something new, but I tell people all the time, even in my course, the mind has to be stronger than the body. In my case, I have a cancer diagnosis, okay? When they gave me the diagnosis, there's two kinds of people out there. You either ingest or receive
Yes.
the message and literally sink it into the mind and allow the body to shut down, or you could say, no, you know what? Figure out how we can clear. If my body, here's my analogy. If your body can create something that was not supposed to be there, is it possible to clear the body without disrupting it or going into it? Can the body heal itself? I believe that it can.
Yes, definitely.
And so
said it.
this is why, for me, this was imperative. I look for things that will clear, that will, cleanse, detox, whatever you gotta do to help the body heal.
Yes.
And this is something that I was interested in.
This is amazing because you described it right, like, what is it, I don't even know how to, you said it just the way it is.
Okay, well, I'm glad.
You
I'm
did.
glad.
I'm so happy that you described it that way because that's the way it is.
Yeah.
We don't have to, we could destroy and uncreate, and that's one thing that that is taught in bars. Bars is one of the tools that access consciousness that Mr. Gary Douglas started. And his co-founder is Dr. Dane here. They both are very, very, very interesting men that started this, and this is one of the tools and the ones that they recommend first. And then there's a lot of other stuff that we can do to help our bodies. And one of them is that we don't have to believe what the doctors are telling us, that that this is it, that's all you can do. No, you can do something different for yourself.
Yes.
And that's why I admire you, Jessica, so much. And I recently started following you and listening to what you're saying, and I love it. It's amazing because you've come a long way too.
Yes, yes. You know, I tell people, you know, a lot of what they're doing is not your fault.
Yes.
Because society and culture has taught us that the way we are living is okay.
Yes.
And that's not
Right.
true. Okay? A lot of what we are doing is in our control, but we're taught to think that we don't have any.
Everything comes to my life with ease, joy, and glory. And that's another thing, you know, we attract what we say.
That's right. That's why I tell people, what are you speaking over your life?
Yes.
If you're doubting your healing, and trust me, I did at the beginning. You know, a lot of people don't think that they're worthy of healing. Why me? Why is that person getting their miracle and I'm not?
Yes.
Well, here's the thing. Because you're doubting your own healing.
The first thing I learned when I started my spiritual journey is when I would hear something negative that I didn't want to buy, I would just say cancel, cancel, cancel.
Yes. Yes.
And I just, you know, it felt much better. The energy changed and okay, it's canceled.
So think of your body like a computer.
Yes.
Delete it. If it's not meant for you.
Yes.
If you're not feeling it.
Yeah.
Delete it.
Yes. Definitely. And it starts by what we think. It starts by what we say and what we do. It's us. We have to be the initiator of positive, the initiator of best. And I truly believe that.
Are we still doing the same?
We move to the money,
Okay.
the control, and creativity.
Okay.
So this will allow you to be more open in a way financially, you know, with your money. You'll be more open to not have that control, or maybe if you need to control, you know, you could see it both ways. If you are overspending and stuff that you really don't need, it'll help you with that control. If you don't want to even take care of yourself and spend a little bit on yourself, or a lot on yourself that you might need, then it'll help you with that. The creativity, it could be anything. It could be starting a new job. It's a new business, starting something. The creativity is going to, the point in the creativity is going to help you with that as well. So all these points are life essentials, you know.
Yes. Yes, I agree.
Yes, and I'll be going through all the points when I change, which is,
Okay,
this
good.
one is the money, control, and creativity.
Wow.
Yes, and there's let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There's 9 different points that we're going to get to, and they each have a name, but there's 9 different points that we're going to change.
And each one has
Represents,
represents, yeah.
Yes, each one represents an essential part of our life, our daily living, and it's working through and lighting those switches and working through everything that we need to work through.
Fabulous. So this would be something you would recommend for all ages.
Yes.
Could be for
Yes.
children,
Yes.
adults, seniors. There is no age group.
There's no age group. It was awesome. I'm glad. I'm very
And
happy.
I tell people, be passionate
Yeah.
about whatever it is that you choose in your life. If you're not happy and you're working your 9 to 5, but it's routine,
Yes.
and you just feel like you're on autopilot,
Yes.
you know what? Start dreaming again.
Yes.
Start asking the universe. Develop your relationship with God. Get close and build that strength so that you can find your purpose.
Definitely. And believe me, Miss Jessica and myself, I mean, we've been through a lot, and if we can help, at least that's how I feel, and I know Miss Jessica's doing this because she wants to help.
That's right.
Because we want to help others. You know, well, I mean, I'm happy to help. I'm happy if you have any
Yes.
questions, you know, if you want to come do a session and you want to talk about what's going on in your life, that's fine. Like, we could talk, you know, and do your session.
Let it out.
Let it out. Yes.
Delete. Erase. Yes. Get
I
the
love-
cookies. Get the cookies out of there.
Yeah, anything
No
that you don't need.
viruses. Yeah.
I love that, Jessica.
I know.
Yes. So I am so happy. And this makes me happy too, so I apologize if I'm a little bit too happy.
That's good. That's good. Because you know what? What it is the energy
Recycling.
is recycling.
Yes. Yes.
And when you have positive, remember guys, sometimes you may be surrounded by negativity.
Yes.
That's not even in your control.
Yes.
Maybe you're living in a home where, I don't know, you're going through a divorce.
Yeah.
Or your parents are going through a divorce. You know, what control do you have? You don't over the other person, but you do have control over you. And that's where it starts. Release the negativity. Maybe even if you release the negativity, you may be surprised that you may have clarity to even bring positive in a negative situation.
Yes. Yes, that is so true. We moved to the aging toaster. Any kind of limitations that they say, like, oh, you're too old for this, you can't be doing this, you can't be doing that. Limitations that they put on us because of age. You know, this will clear it out and be like, no, I can do it. If I'm up for it, why not?
That's right. That's right. I've learned that.
Yes.
I don't take
Yes.
life for granted. If I'm feeling good,
Yes.
there's no excuse.
Yes.
I get up and I do what I'm going to do.
Yes.
Guys, hear me. Even with my voice, the way that it is, I still won't keep quiet. Okay?
It's a beautiful voice.
Thank
Sexy.
you. Oh, God. It's so frustrating at times
No.
because this is as loud as I can get.
Oh,
But
that's beautiful.
you know what? I'm still able to give the message.
Yes.
And that's what's important.
Yes.
No matter what, I'm going to stay true to what my calling or what I believe my calling is. You know, this is a life worth living, and this is a life with a purpose. I'm passionate about a new life, a new way of thinking, and I'm open to learning with new avenues, new doors, new everything that's coming at me, new friendships.
Yes.
That's fine.
Yes. When I met Angel Omar, I developed so many new friendships.
Right.
So, I mean, I've you know, and it's okay. It's okay to change. You know, some people might not agree with some of the things you think, but it's okay. That's fine. It's okay.
Yeah.
It's okay.
I get it. That's what makes us all unique.
Yes.
None of us are ever going to be the same. It's like your fingerprint.
Mhm.
You know, there's never two match in all the world. You are unique. You were made perfectly in God's eyes.
Yes.
There's a reason for you.
Definitely. We all have a purpose and we have to find it. We just have to ask.
Yes. What else?
What am I gonna do today? What is my purpose today? What is it gonna take for me to be happy? What is it? Ask questions. It's okay.
Yeah. Open yourself up so that you're able to receive the clarity and answers that you're asking for.
Yes. Energy going through. Some people are just relaxed and happy, and some people fall asleep, like I said.
Yeah.
And they say that laughing is very good too.
Yeah.
The energy of laughter is really good.
Of course, that's positivity, happiness, joy. And you reflect that on someone else.
Yes. And it's interesting because the aging toaster, for the person that's doing bars, sometimes it does get hot. I don't know if it's the part of the brain on the, that we're touching, but it's so interesting. And yours it's pretty warm, Miss Jessica.
Yeah. I give off heat.
Yay!
Yeah.
It's very good.
A lot of energy.
A lot of energy.
Girl, at one point I'm telling you, I don't think I've ever been a calm child. I used to be 10 times fold what I am right now.
Oh.
But I'm still grateful, no matter what, for every day. Not every day is a good day, and I have struggles, don't get me wrong. There's been a lot that's been done to my body, and I have good days and bad days.
Yes.
But I don't let the bad days dictate my life. I don't let the bad days hold me back. I don't let the bad days get a hold of my mind or my heart or my spirit.
Yes.
I will push forward, push through, no matter what. And I thank God for every day.
Yes. That's one thing right there that's so important. And again, my friend, I learned this from him, and like I said, I've always been very positive all my life. I've seen very optimistic, but I learned a lot of things, and one of them is to thank God every morning. As soon as you wake up, as soon as you open your eyes, as soon as you can actually have recognition of you're awake, be thankful and be, wow, I'm awake. Thank you, God, because I woke up today, and I'm just thankful. And we're going to continue with where we were.
Okay.
And these points are actually, okay. So this is the form and structure, bridging bar, which is in the middle. Hopes and dreams is on the side of your eye. Awareness and control are in the back. So this one has a lot of different points, okay? Form and structure, it could be anything. It could be, and these all apply to your personal life. They don't have a significant meaning to me. It's what they mean, but it's for your personal, for your personal body, for you. It could be anything. Form and structure, bridging bar, hopes and dreams. The hopes and dreams I like a lot because it's what we were talking about. The dreaming of something better and making it happen. This could help you with that. Being more aware of everything that's around you and how. And they even mention pets. If you, I don't mind if you bring your pet and you want to sit your pet with you. They actually help with the energy. They're helpers, so I don't mind. If they can stay still with you and be enjoying, and they will, because they'll feel the energy flowing, and they'll be wanting to contribute and help. So I even see pictures of their pets, even a horse. There's a beautiful picture, Jessica, of somebody running their bars like this, in I guess in their farm or where they have the horse, and the horse is leaning against the lap of the person.
Wow.
Beautiful, beautiful. Contributing pet, cats, doggies. It's just beautiful.
Wow. Well, they say, your pets sense you.
Yes.
So that's why you're here.
So I don't know what happens. It just goes away.
That's awesome.
So yeah. So like you say, we have the power to destroy and uncreate.
Yes.
Because God has given us that power.
Yes, He has.
And so we destroy and uncreate anything that is anything negative, anything that's negative cells, bad cells that are not contributing to our body. We destroy and uncreate. And we send it away to the universe, and it's gone. It's gone. So it's beautiful. Love it.
Yes. And then imagine yourself being joyful.
Yes.
Imagine yourself, your body being released from all of that. And it's like literally potato sacks being dropped.
Yes.
You don't need the excess weight.
Yes.
Get rid of it.
Yes. Yes. I was even listening recently that you could tell your body why not? You could tell your body, you know what, body, let's work at this and get it out. If I don't need that extra pounds, you could even tell your body what you want to look like if you want to. And it's why not? It could be possible.
What I find really amazing, and it's only because I've done so much research. If you guys don't know what a laminin cell is, it is the cell that keeps our bodies intact. How everybody that is living has a laminin in their body. That body is center of the body. And when you look at it under a microscope, it is shaped like the cross. So,
Yes.
again, you guys have no idea of how powerful, the mind is with the body, just by creating, believing, speaking, over your health, your problems, you can change, switch. It's a switch.
Yes.
But if you don't practice, how are you going to learn?
Yes. And this is what we're doing. We're lighting the switches.
Yes, we are.
Wow, this is interesting, Jessica. These bars are they're lit up, but they're on fire. Because they're very hot.
Good.
Yeah, the joy, the sadness point, getting rid of the sadness. All these parts are amazing. This is awesome.
Yes. And let me tell you, in my life, guys, as much, I'm sure we all have a past, okay? There's been much sadness in my life, not even just with the diagnosis, but in general. So I don't want none of that
Right.
in my body, in my mind, in my spirit.
Yes.
Let it go.
Yes.
Send it out.
Yes.
Doesn't belong in your body.
Definitely.
Now, again, and I'll say this, I'm not a doctor. I'm not, diagnosing. I'm not telling people what they should or should not do. Simply, I am giving information on what is not being discussed,
Yes.
so that you know all your options.
Definitely.
And this is definitely something that is a natural healing and very possible.
Yes.
If you pay to go see a therapist, that's a form of healing.
Yes.
This is too, except that it's done in a different way.
Yes. And it's actually, I love it because it's your energy that's clearing you out of all this negativity, all these things that you don't need. You're the one that's doing that. It's just,
Well,
wow.
I mean, as a child, I've been in therapy before.
Yes.
Let me explain. Therapy, I'm not saying is bad. I think therapy is good for some people, okay? But when you go to therapy, they make you face your problems.
Yes.
All that unsurfaces,
Yes.
okay? When you leave, sometimes you leave confused, you leave asking questions, or you may even get angry because you bring back stuff you forget,
Yes.
okay? In this case, bars, releases.
Yes, and I'm so happy you're saying it because the way that they use is they use the little plant, the one that lets go, the one that's very fragile. What is that little leaf called? I forgot. But it's a little leaf that you pick up that grows wild in certain areas. And here I've seen some, but not that many. You pick it up and it has a lot of little, what are they called, Jessica?
It's the little white one that you blow.
Yes, and you know how the little leaves that it has,
Yes.
it just goes everywhere.
Yes.
It's gone.
Looks like cotton.
Yes.
And it just yes.
Yeah, it just goes away, and that's the way that Access Consciousness has. They love to use that leaf to as an example of what you can do. Just let go. You know, just blow,
Yes.
breathe,
Yes.
and let it out and let go.
Yes.
It's just awesome. I like it. And that's what this therapies do. They just, you know, you might have issues and then you just let it go. Let it go.
Yes.
It is awesome. Good. So now we're going to go to the peace and calm, kindness and gratitude point. So it brings us back to the gratitude in the mornings, thanking God for every moment that we open our eyes and we're still awake and we're here
Yes.
to live this exciting life, because it's what you make it, you know.
Yeah.
In fact, one of the founders, Dr. Dane here, he was diagnosed with autism and ADHD and other stuff that he shares when he does when he talks about bars, about Access Consciousness that they founded. He'll share it and how much this has helped him. We're in this world and it's so full of contributions for us. We just have to be aware of those contributions and connect with nature too, and
Yes.
see how nature can help us.
Right, and that's one thing that I want to tell people, because again, we take life for granted and don't realize the beauty in nature, the simplicity. Instead of going and getting that next iPhone 10 or whatever,
Yes.
look at the sky,
Yes.
look at the trees. Guys, become more in tune with what's happening in our environment, because if we don't change the way we are doing things, then we're setting ourselves up, and we need to learn and keep what is really healing and helping our body, because it was here to begin with in a natural state, sent by God from the beginning of time.
Definitely. And the way that I do this when I'm feeling, I had not a so good day, I'll go to the mountains. I'm so fortunate that I live so close to the mountains, and I'll go and, you know, just ask God to help me and guide me.
Beautiful.
I'll ask God to send His angels of help or any kind of that I might need at that time. And I feel connected. I feel connection. And, you know, you could do this anywhere, but
Yes.
connecting yourself to nature, getting yourself, you know, even by simply hugging a tree, which is amazing
Yes.
feeling. Hugging a
Yes.
tree is life. It's life that you're hugging. And okay, this one is, we call it the rocker because of the way that we have to do the points.
Mhm.
There's looks like a rocker sign. Okay, so this one is the time and space, reactivation, recreation, and power band. Time and space. Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the power band.
Yes.
Interesting.
The power band is usually in the back, which is when we start. When we open the, I like to call them like a portal of the universe.
Yes. That makes sense. That's something.
Are you enjoying it? You're relaxed.
Yes.
You're happy. Yes.
Yes, every time, you know, you go through each, I guess, point
Yes.
and tell me what it is, I try to,
Meditate.
yes.
Meditate on what it is, what it means. Nice. Very good.
And focus to give it that much more power.
Oh, definitely. I'm glad you mentioned it because I am very happy to give this. There is no right or wrong way. When you become certified, they tell you there is no right or wrong way. You're applying this, you're lighting switches. It's what you make of it as far as what's best, what works best for the client, what works best for you. And I love that you said that because, you know, I'm going to make it a point that I say each point.
Yes.
Because it gives it more power.
Awareness.
More awareness.
And clarity.
Yes.
Because they're letting go of each thing.
Yes.
It makes them think about it.
Yes.
And that's go back to the therapist.
Yes.
The therapist will flat out ask you what's going on, and then up to you if you want to open up. But then she knows or he knows the problem.
Yes.
Whereas to here, you're not getting personal.
Right.
Only you know
Yes.
what's going on in your life,
Yes.
and only you can release it.
Yes. And if you want to share it, that's okay.
Yeah.
It stays here.
Yeah.
I'm just helping you release what you need to let go of. And if you